You know, Tony Khan said earlier on Busted Open that tonight's Dynamite was going to be the most eventful go home show that he's ever been a part of. Never has a go home show been so important as tonight. And to some extent, I don't really think he was lying. You know, tonight's being the go home show, Dynamite, the final Dynamite before this Sunday night's All Out. Overall, this was a really good show, man. Like a really, really good show. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight to it. I appreciate everybody stopping in for the review. It'll be much appreciated if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as always. Y'all know the main goal, trying to get this channel to 2K subs. But John Moxley comes out, and John Moxley's like, look, I have no sympathy for Punk. What I did to Punk, it was coming for him. He knew it was coming for him. You know, I know he's your boy, but it had to happen. And he puts a contract in the ring, heads out, says, look here, if anyone wants to fight me for the title all out, all you need to do is sign this contract. But as we move on, man, we see Ace Steel coming out, who was obviously good friends with CM Punk. It's, you know, pretty well documented there. But he picks up the contract and he takes it to the back. Now, all of this does lead up to what was our first match of the night, Bryan Danielson versus Jake Hager. And I think it's pretty been well documented on this channel before that I'm not a big fan of Jake Hager. As a matter of fact, I never really liked Jake Hager, to be honest with you. I always thought he was overrated. I always thought he was boring. Even as his former persona in the other company that we're not going to mention. I thought Bryan Danielson and Jake Hager had a pretty good match tonight. I actually thought this had to be probably one of Jake's best matches in AEW so far. I can't remember how good of a match that he had, so that lets you know how good Danielson is. Even though he's beating up Danielson most of the match, it was a really good one. And of course, it made sense to give Bryan Danielson the win, 2.0, and you know the BCC have their big brawl. Jericho has a chair, tries to use it against Danielson, but Garcia comes out, pulls it from him. They argue. Daniel hits him with the running knee, and you know that was that. So. Now, for a minute, I was literally about to say, what the heck is going on here? Because the wingman comes out next, complaining like they're not being booked, how almost like every other AEW wrestler is nowadays, complaining that they're not being on the show. Maybe they shouldn't have been complaining because who comes out? It's W. Morsley. He comes out, he cleans house, and freaking Stokely Hathaway comes out with his card, his business card, and everyone, and Tony Schiavone's like, all right, man, like, what the heck are you doing? And Stokely's like, look, bro, like, it's none of your business. You better back the F up. Like, we're going to mess you up. So that was that. Women's tag team match player here. All the competitors that are going to be competing in the Fatal 4-Way match. Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter takes on Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. This was a solid match, I thought. You know, I could see this was, to me, yes, you give momentum to Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm, but to me, it also seemed like it was more of getting the baby faces the win over the heels before the pay-per-view. So, you know, solid stuff there. Now, CM Punk comes out after we got the promo package with Miro, Darby Allin, and Sting, aligning with them to take on the House of Black. But Punk comes out to the ring, and he's like, he's about to get emotional. He's about to cry in the ring. Oh, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I'm good enough. I love you all, but, you know, this business doesn't love me back. Ace still comes out. He's like, Punk, like, I trained you. This ain't you, man. Like, you need to wake the F up, bro. You need to sign this contract. You need to fight John Moxley. Punk signs the contract, and then Punk takes off his shirt and just goes completely in. He's like, I'm a punk rock kid in Chicago. John Moxley, you know, this is Chicago. You can't break my bones. You can't drink my blood because this is Chicago. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, wait a minute. So Punk went from being a poor thing about to look like he about to announce his retirement to, okay, I'm fighting John Moxley now. So if CM Punk is medically cleared, if the foot, like he said, is good, so then I guess, I don't want to be fully nitpicky here, but I guess the whole thing that happened last week was completely pointless. It seems like what they're doing, I feel like a CM Punk heel turn is brewing. I don't want to fully say it, but it could happen. It very well could happen. I mean, so the reign of John Moxley now is going to last for like, what, a week now? Like, so Moxley, so like, if Punk's gonna win back the titles, then why would you have Moxley win the title in the first place? Maybe, no, someone hopefully can tell me in the comment section, like, well, you know, the story that they're doing here and all that, but like, we'll see it all out. I mean, it should be something in all out. I'll be really curious to see what happens there, but yeah, Punk and Moxley too, main event all out. FTR and Wardlow take on Silas Young, Ren Jones via Carpri. I can't give you a rating for this, man. FTR and Wardlow get the win. This was quick to the point. John Moxley comes out to the ring. He talks about how he's going to rip Punk's head off, how he's going to hurt him and beat him, and we're going to show he's going to showcase a display of violence that Punk has never experienced before. He's going to show what a real champion and a legend being made right before his eyes look like. And yeah, it was a really good, solid John Moxley promo, really to get that final build-up heading into the show this Sunday night. Fatal 4-way match, Dante Martin, Ray Phoenix, Rush versus Willa Yuta. This is really good stuff, man, considering the fact the time they were in before the main event. But Willa Yuta does get the win here. But really great stuff here with all four men, you know, showcasing of talent, high-flying ability, all that good stuff. What more can I say? So John Silver and Alex Reynolds, they need a partner. You know, they need, they need a partner. And Hangman Page appears, and he's like, "I'll be your partner." So Hangman Page is with the Dark Order now. They're going to be facing, I believe it's the Best Friends on Rampage. I might be wrong, but that will be on Rampage, and then of course they'll go on to the finals. So I think we all know who's winning that. So we get the main event: Will Ospreay and Aussie Open versus Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, of course, they go at it, which was expected because the two been beefing now. But yeah, this is a really, really good way to end off the night. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks get the win, and yeah, this was a really good show, I thought, and a really good way, hell, maybe even better way to describe it, great way, as you head into All Out this Sunday night. Which, in my personal opinion, this is about to be a really good weekend for wrestling, regardless of which pay-per-view you believe is going to be better and all that. And I've made it clear which pay-per-view I personally believe might steal the entire weekend. But overall, All Out should be a really good show this Sunday night. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my Dynamite review. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah.